Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the non-Muslims watching. Okay, cool. As we know as Muslims, music is haram for us. But these youths are having a discussion about whether drill music increases knife crime or not, or if it has any link to it. So let's see what they got to say, because I heard a lot of rubbish that people are saying that music has no effect, on violence or anything. So let's see what they got to say. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's be honest here, man. Big man thing, like, do you think drill music incites violence? Do you think your music is the reason for trying to knife crime that's going on? Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. Let's be real.
Let me answer that question, innit? Because you can't really leave that. Let me talk for that, innit? You see, with the crime that's happening right now, music does influence it. You gotta put your hands up and say drill music does influence.
Cool. At least he's honest enough to say that music does influence knife crime. Cool.
Saying it, but knife crime and gun crime's been happening before drill music.
Way before drill music.
So if we want to talk about 10 years, 20 years back, people were still getting chefed up. Yeah. You get it? But there was people making music. It wasn't drill, but they were still making that type of music. Obviously, it's gone up by a certain percentage. Do you understand? And yeah, it could be music, it could be the weed, it could be for girls, it could be many reasons. But because people want to use an excuse now, well, the government can't solve the problem. And there's many ways to solve it. You could bring out youth clubs, you can bring out many other things, invest money into other things to help the community. But you don't want to do that, you just want to use an excuse as drill music. It's drill music, or black boy drill music. No. How about you go invest money, you go make some youth centers. Invest money, go make a new 4G pitch in the area. Then you see what progress will happen. If you can't take that step, then how can you just blame drill music? What can we turn to?
Okay, cool. Okay, the guy, he's honest enough to say that music does influence it, yeah. But there's a part he's leaving out. Yeah, 10 years ago and stuff like that, there was fights and there was violence, and music influenced, and movies influenced that violence. So music has always been a factor of influencing violence, and the difference is as well is that there was violence like 5 years ago before drill music, but the difference is this: like, I'm from South London, there were 28 St Junction, 2 different gangs over stupidness because they're fighting over postcodes of houses they don't, and areas they don't even own. But the point is this: stabbings were very rare. So the whole thing is that there was music back then. The music was less violence. Well, the music was less violence, but it was still bad. And it influenced people to do haram. Kill each other, stab each other, murder each other over stupid postcodes they don't own. And now the music is more violent. And it's only gonna get more violent with time. And people are stabbing people and killing over more. So the more violent the music was and so forth, the more violence that happened. We're not saying that music was the only factor, but it was a big factor. So cool. So he also goes on to say that that the government need to do this. He's right. See, the problem of music is the problem of this killing and stuff. It's so big because the problem is that when you have a secular, and I even say atheistic country, because yes, it's true, when you go to school you learn about the Bible and this kind of stuff. You learn about the Bible and stuff. But the thing is, once you come out of school, and you see the adverts, you see the soaps on the TV, you know what I'm saying? You hear the music that they play in the shopping malls and shopping centers and stuff like that. Look, okay, you could say you get a little bit of the Bible in school, but when you come out, the reality is we live in a capitalist, atheist, secular country. And look, for us as Muslims, it's simple, ain't it? Because we told in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Mankind, God did not create mankind except to worship Him. So we got like a goal in this life, a purpose. We're here to worship God. Working is a part of life. Studying is a part of life. Chilling out with your friends is a part of life. These are all side issues, but the main reason we're here is to worship Allah. Now, people might not like that. They may find it boring. They may call it whatever they want to call it. But God has given you everything you've got. So, like, the fact that we're supposed to worship Him, yeah, you might not like it, but you can't say it's illogical. But anyway, the whole point is this. That's what we're told as Muslims. But what are you told in the West? You're told in the West the purpose of life is consumerism. YOLO. You know what I'm saying? You only live once. In the West, you're told basically you're a man. The way you define a man is by how much material things he's got, how hench he is, how much money he's got, how many girls he slept with. This is a man. A man in the West is defined by how many material things he's got, how big or strong or violent he is, how many girls he slept with, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And how least amount of feelings he can show. Look, for example, let me give you an example. James Bond. James Bond was is a UK. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the man. That's the way they portray him. He's the man. Why was James Bond the man? Right, he punched bare people up. He slept with bare girls. He had the latest suits, the latest cars. This is what a man is in the West. So the problem with this society is that it teaches you that life is about making money. It teaches you life is about fornication, sleep around with girls. Now, another reason, and what does this lead to? This leads to fatherless homes. Because look, the reality is in this society, no one plans kids. Kids are accidents. Like, most babies are not planned, they're accidents. So what happens is that you have this YOLO society, this life, I call it a YOLO religion, or this YOLO lifestyle, and you tell people, sleep around as much as possible. Every weekend, go clubbing, take a girl to a hotel. And what happens? Babies are not planned. So people go out clubbing, they go and fornicate, a girl gets pregnant. So what happens? A young man is going to do two things, one of two things, even though he's responsible and he's blameworthy. And the society is blameworthy as well, telling him to sleep around. So he gets a girl pregnant. He's in his early teens or he's in his late 20s. What's he going to do? He's not going to marry a girl and be responsible. What's he going to do? He's going to tell her to have abortion, which is another major sin, because that's murdering the last creation. Call it abortion, call it whatever you want. It's murdering God's creation. Cool. He's going to either do that because he's going to try and take the easy way out, or he's just going to run away, throw his chip away when she tries to fold him, and he's going to carry on sleeping around and impregnating girls, having youths everywhere, either getting a girl to have an abortion, or getting her to kill the baby. Either have abortion or make her raise the baby on her own. And that's what I'm trying to say. So what happens is that you growing up there's a society now. You have a society of fatherless children, and this is another reason why you got this knife problem, because you cannot solve, I'm going to say this 3 times, you cannot solve the knife and gun problem, the knife crime problem, and the stabbing problem and the gun problem, without solving the father problem. And you can't solve the father problem without solving the ideology problem. Why are we here? You know what I'm saying? Let me say it again. You cannot correct, you cannot fix the knife problem and the gun problem until you solve the father problem. And you cannot solve the father problem until you solve the ideology problem. And why is how is the father problem linked to knife crime? I'll tell you how. Cool. You have this guy goes out clubbing, he gets this girl pregnant. She months later tells him, boy, she's pregnant. You know, my man don't want the responsibility because this society makes marriage look like prison. They make it look like Feltham young offenders. They make it look like Brixton Prison. What, you know, they make marriage like prison. That's why they have this thing called Stag Nights and Hen Nights, where married people, the night before you get married, you go to a strip club, you go to nightclub, and or you know what I'm saying, like, why? Because it's supposed to be your last night of freedom. So you might as well enjoy yourself, because after, when you're married, it's supposed to be boring and dead and basically like prison, or it's a punishment of some kind. So anyway, the thing is, this is you goes to that club and gets a girl pregnant. The girl obviously now, ends up either having an abortion or raising a kid on her own. When she raises a kid on her own, what happens? Yeah, she's got either one job or two jobs. Yeah, always working. When she comes home from work, she's always cleaning. Either clean up the house, cleaning the baby, feeding the baby, clothing the baby, ironing the baby's clothes. Like, so mummy's always tired because she's always raising. Like, she's always working or always cleaning or always in the service of the baby. So obviously, there's no father figure now. There's no blueprint of what a man is. There's no model of what a man is. There's no physical representation of a man. You don't see your father. There's no man there, so there's no father there. So you don't see a man leave the house in the morning and come back at night tired, yeah, from hard day's work. You don't, you know, go with your dad, yeah, to fix up the shop in the morning, do stock taking, fill the shelves, make it look presentable. You know what I'm saying? Like help with the stock and stuff. Like you never, seen your, worked in a shop with your dad, or you've never had a dad that had a trade. He was a plumber, he was an electrician. You go around with him to other people's houses. Something's broken. When your dad gets there, he fixes it. You leave feeling you have achieved something. Like, see your dad actually